Ghost experience. One day in my house the light went off, or rather in the whole neighborhood. I was alone. Suddenly I began to hear loud knocks on my door. When I stopped in front of the door, the noises quieted down. I returned to my room and the knocks returned. I came back and the same thing happened. When I returned to my room, I stayed there. However, I was still listening to the noises. So I asked a neighbor from the front house to see who knocked on my door. So she looked out and there was no one, but I heard the noises from inside. She told me to stay in my room. After a while, I felt that they hid and said my name. Then I went to the door and through the window I saw a shadow. I went to my room and called my neighbor, and I told her that there was someone at my door. Then she told me that she was going to be with me to witness what I was experiencing, despite she was afraid. When they knocked on the door and I looked out, they called me by my name, and it was my neighbor's voice. But when I opened the door and I looked at her, it was a shadow that had vanished in front of me, and I felt cold. Then I went out to look for my neighbor. When I tried to enter my house, someone inside threw things at me. First a glass, then a plate. Then I closed the door and left with my neighbor to her house. When it was day, I went back to my house, even though everything was in order. When I entered my room, it was all broken and thrown on the floor.